What's going on, guys? It's Wyatt coming back to you again today. We're, of course, RV Wholesalers. Today we're going to be looking at a 2026, yes, you heard me right, 2026 4 Winds 28G Class C motorhome. So if you've seen any of our videos before, we'll go through the outside, show you the inside, and see kind of if it fits the bill of what you're looking for. So hopefully it does, but without further ado, we can start making our way down the side here. So this will come with a Solera 2000 series 12 volt power awning. If you're wondering why is that wet, we've been running the AC. It's hot out. It's like 90 degrees. So that water is from the air conditioner. So pretty cool graphics package on the side. Decent amount of storage under here, right by the door when you walk in. And you, of course, you got your big awning with your LED strips. So you can still see at night. Get your accent lighting while you're camping. 12 volt outlets here. You can plug in whatever you need. TV, grills, whatever you need. And then huge storage, pass-through storage there in the back. Yes, that does go all the way through. There's a massive hole there in the middle. You can stick a spare tire in there, or just a bunch of misfit items, whatever you need. And then there is a door on the back as well. So if for some reason you can't get either side open, if you're in a tight parking spot or something, you still need to get something out, pop open the back door, and you still get that third entry door. So not a whole lot to go over on the outside. It's pretty standard stuff. So let's hop on of the inside of the 28G, show you what it has to offer. All right, guys, we are inside of the 28G floor plan. So this is a 2026 model, like I said earlier. So we're going to start at the front, work our way back. So starting up front here, you got a pretty standard loft. You see these in a lot of Class C motorhomes. This one does come standard with a swivel mount TV, which is pretty nice. That way you don't got to crank your heads depending on where you're sitting. You can put it right up there for travel. It's nice and out of the way, or you can fall asleep or wake up to cartoons, whichever you prefer. So of course you got your driving area up here. All that stuff's pretty standard. We've all been in a truck before. Starting here, dinette. This will fold down into a bed. For those of you that are wondering, you can fold this down, sleep an extra person if you want to. One nice thing that they do include is cup holders. So if you guys want to play cards or you're just hanging out, need an extra place to sit while you're traveling, and you have a drink, plop it down in those cup holders. If you take a turn or something, you're not going to spill something all over the 4 Winds. So yeah, pretty cool little thing there. Folds down to a bed. And then if you still need another bed, this will fold down into a bed as well. So there are seat belts under the couch. So, if you want to sit there while you're traveling, strap those puppies up, you're going to be good to go. But yeah, a little 2-person sofa folds down into a bed. It's actually a decently comfortable couch. A lot of, motorhomes or travel trailers, fifth wheels aren't that comfortable. This one actually has some decent cushion to it. So it's good to see. Shout out to 4 Winds for that one. Moving on over here, your main entry door, of course. So right down here is going to be all of, your slides, steps, battery disconnect, all that fun stuff, everything you need to basically set up shop when you're camping. And then right here, I'm not sure if the camera could get a good angle on it, but here's going to be all of your tank levels, your generator, water pumps, little things like that. Pretty much all your maintenance factors are going to be there. So yeah, not too far away, super nice, all right there together. I guess we could talk about the storage as well. They do give you a ton of storage. You can never have too much of that stuff on both sides. I don't want to wreck our lighting in here, but plenty of storage. You can store whatever you guys need. There is a wardrobe in the back as well, so you don't even need to put clothes up here. All right, I think that covers it for up here. We're going to do a pretty awkward pivot here, and then we'll show you the kitchen, bathroom, bedroom. Okay, so this is the kitchen area. Of course, the door's right there. We already went through that. So this is kind of like a house faucet. It's really nice, super retractable, and it's gold, so it looks cool. That's already half the battle. Drying rack if you want it, and it's not divided, which is cool. A lot of these ones nowadays are coming divided. This is just one big sink. It's nice and deep, so that way even if you guys do have a couple dishes, set them in there, put this thing over it. It's like your whole kitchen is clean. 2 top stove burner. They don't give you a 4. Reason being is how many times have you been camping and you've used more than one pan while you're cooking? In my experience, not very often. So gives you a lot more counter space with only the 2 top stove burner. You're probably wondering, where's the oven? They don't give you an oven. Reason being, not a lot of people use it, right? So they're trying to, you know, keep up with the demand of what the customer wants itself. So microwave slash air fryer. So most of what you need, you don't even need to put in the oven. Pop it in an air fryer, you're gonna be good to go. Refrigerator, pretty standard stuff here. 12-volt refrigerator, you know, probably just a little bit smaller than what comes in your house, but still plenty of storage there. If it's not enough, you're probably going to be going on a super long road trip and you'll need to restock even if you had a huge fridge. So moving on back here, here's the shower. Okay, probably thinking, what's this door? That's going to be the toilet, everything that way. But showers here, they don't give you a curtain or a door. It's kind of a mix in between. A lot of people ask me that question. So it's going to be, you know, like a curtain door almost. I don't even know the exact term for it, but they're super nice. Gets nice and out of the way, but you can also still bump up against it like a door. You're really crammed, maybe a little claustrophobic. This is a really nice in between of each. So moving on to the bathroom. I'll let my cameraman get around here. So nice big mirror. They do give you hanging racks on the door and on the wall for towels. You know, sink, of course, but the doors are big enough to where you can store a lot of, whether it be makeup, you know, toothpaste, you know, skincare routine stuff, whatever you need. There's plenty of storage in there for it. So it's not too big of a deal that the bathroom's not all in one, plenty of space there. So moving on back to the bedroom, you're going to do a slight step up, mainly so my cameraman doesn't trip if he gets up in here. But good sized bedroom, right? So it's going to be an RV queen, right? So not a full queen like you'd have in your house. It is an RV queen. It's very, very close. So more mirrors on each side with deep storage. To give you guys an idea, I'm 6'3", and I'm just now touching the back. So it is the length of my arm. You can fit a ton of stuff in there if you want. So more storage back here. This is all one big thing. Plenty of space there to store your clothes, whatever else you need. And then a vent here as well, so keep all the fresh air in here. It's not going to get too stuffy. You can't see it on camera, but there is TV prep in here. If you guys want a TV, let us know. We'll install one for you as an extra, include it into your monthly payments, wrap it up into your financing, everything that way. All you got to do is just let us know. So I think that wraps it up. The only thing I do want to include is you're probably going to notice all of these here. That's because this is a 15K BTU air conditioner, so it's going to be ducted all throughout the camper. You know, that way you don't need 2 or 3 air conditioners, something with this size. A 15K is going to be all you're going to need. You know, you're going to be getting cold air throughout the entire motorhome. So super nice. But I think that wraps it up here. If you guys have any questions, call us, check out our website. You can work up some quotes, or you could do a soft pull inquiry on your credit to get you a pre-approval. That's a new addition to our website. It's very cool. If you guys want to get an idea of, you know, payments, approvals, all that, do a soft inquiry on our website. One of us will give you guys a call, kind of go over everything that way. But if you have any questions, let us know. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. My name's Wyatt, W-Y-A-T-T. I would love to be the one to talk to you, but if you hate the sound of my voice, we have plenty of other salespeople that would be sure enough happy to help you. So see you guys in the next video.